Hi, and welcome to Pillow Talk with Angela. He is here, ladies and gentlemen. I've been talking about it, I've been posting about it. I am such a big old fan. I'm going to try my best not to fan out, but I can't make you any promises. But he is here as promised. We are going live. Get your questions ready, get your comments ready, get your congratulations ready because he's got a new single out, Cafe. Oh my God, it's so hot. We're going to talk all about that. And of course, we're going to pillow talk first. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only from Mint Condition. Now he's doing his own thing and doing it strong. Put your hands together for my dear friend, Stokely.
Hey.
Woohoo! Grammy nominated Stokely. Welcome
Right.
back to the show.
Good to be here with you. I miss your voice. It's like your whole everything.
Aw,
Yes.
aw.
Thank
You
you.
know, I missed your voice, and so I was so happy to hear your new single. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Cafe. Good Lord.
All
As
right.
soon as your guy, one of the people on your team, my friend Nat Martin, sent me
Yeah.
the song, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so fire.
All right.
And WHUR has been blowing it
Yeah.
up.
That's
That's what
my
we
heart.
do
That's
with
right.
good music.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it.
So how have you been?
I've been great. Just moving and shaking, getting adjusting to life as it moves up and onward. You know what I mean? As we all are doing
Yeah.
back to life, getting back into things.
Ugh. Back to
Yeah.
life is right. I
Yeah.
think when you were on here, I think it was pre-COVID.
I
It
believe
was
so.
right before
Right before.
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was normal and then it got abnormal.
Weird.
Oh my gosh, it got so weird. And
Yeah.
listen, we're live
Yeah.
and people have been waiting for you. So I'm just going to show their little comments. They are so happy to see you
Hey, good
here.
people. What's going on, everybody?
Oh my goodness. I mean, so I promised everybody they have an opportunity to join me
Yeah.
in my comments and my questions.
Love
And
it.
so I don't remember what we talked about before, but you were so gracious when we pillow talked before. So I was like, you know what? We're going to talk about your single, but let's pillow talk as
Pillow
well.
talk. Pillow talk a little
Let's
bit.
pillow talk. Let's
Little
pillow
pillow
talk a
talk.
little bit. So, I mean, your songs, you've got, I think almost all your songs fit this format.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. But,
for real. And, I thought about you when, we're talking about, when people say, make sure when you find your mate or when you're dating or you settle into somebody that you're equally yoked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's so many different interpretations of that.
True.
And so one thing that came to mind is your song that you had out a few years ago, Level.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Finding someone that is on, that speaks to the equal yoke situation. And it's finding someone that just sees the world the same way that you do, or pretty close. It's never going to be the same, but you have two different histories, two different experiences. And so that you are open enough to express, and also as life takes you through changes, that you're open enough to be open to that change, because it's, that's what life is about. Changes.
You know what?
Going
It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
being able to, because, you get with someone and things are a certain way. And, in the beginning, everything is perfect.
everything is
I love you so much. I love the way he sings or the way he makes all these jokes.
I love your breathing. Oh,
I love the way you breathe so loud. It's so cute.
I know. Yeah.
Right. After a couple years, you're like, oh my gosh, could you stop it with the
breathing is that?
I can't take it.
Stop breathing already.
That's what you just stop. Just please. But what about, and I'd love for you guys to comment. I mean, we definitely want to hear your comments as well. What about economically? Because some people think it's that. What about that?
You mean as far as economically?
Equally yoked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just that you have to have a good understanding of, and I think we are becoming more aware of how to deal with finances. I think each individual needs to know what that is, where they're at, and how to deal with that. And truthfully and honestly, it helps. Money isn't everything, but it definitely makes life a lot easier. and you have to know how to navigate, that's the whole financial situation. Some people are spenders, some people are savers, where
Some
that
people are
is.
givers,
Some people are
some people
givers,
are
yeah.
takers.
Takers, right. You know what I mean? So you have to figure that middle ground, but
Yeah,
again, you have to be up for that and be open enough to where it makes sense. It can't
yeah,
be one way or the other, because there's some things you have to spend money on, and other things
yeah,
you really have to pull back from. And like, we can't afford to live under your means, so that you can get to that goal that you want to get to, but you have to,
yeah.
hold back from some a lot of times from that impulse. And
You
some
know what's
people don't.
so
Yeah.
some people don't. I mean, but what's so
Mhm.
interesting? So what you don't know is I just got married on Sunday.
Hey!
I'm married. I
All
just
right.
got
In the
married on
club.
the beach in
Congratulations. All
Santa
right.
Barbara.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
God, it
That's
was
beautiful.
storybook.
Wow.
And
That's
I bring
beautiful.
it up because,
Yeah.
I this is my first and last time being married.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, one of
Right.
the things that was so interesting to me is early on in our relationship, we just put everything out there. We talk about finances.
Mm-hmm.
And, so as we're talking about being equally yoked, we're
Mm-hmm.
not financially. I mean, he makes a whole lot more than I
Mm-hmm.
do,
Hmm.
but
Right.
I mean,
It's all right.
I'm okay. I can do
Yeah.
my own. But
Yeah.
the most important thing is knowing each other's spending and being able to even just talk about it. Because some
Yeah.
couples, I mean, people, oftentimes, especially in our culture,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times we don't talk about the finances around the dinner table. We don't
That's right.
talk, right?
It's like, it's like, but it should be open, and I think that's how it's like, there's so much that we don't know. Like, there's a lot
Yeah.
of rich people around us, especially in our culture. We're learning how to deal with money. There are a lot of rich people. We have to learn how to keep it, learn how to grow it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Learn what to do with it. You don't just, what do I do? Buy
Get
a
it,
car.
spend it.
What do I do now?
Yeah.
Buy another car.
Right.
What do I do? Buy another car. I mean, no, that's not what you,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not real value. We talk about property and all these different things, and, how
Yeah.
to grow it, but also how to, we understand when you don't have, it's just like the first thing you do is like, oh, I have all these things to represent, things that it's just my status and all that, but that's not real. You have to realize what that is, and it really says what you feel or what you want other people to think about you, and that's not
Mm.
the thing. You know what I mean?
No, the image. But you touched on something so important.
Yeah,
And again, we're talking about being equally yoked and some of the things. I mean, the finances, that's one of the number one reasons people divorce
yeah,
because
right.
they're
Yeah,
not on the same page
yeah,
and they haven't figured out. There should be no shame with your life partner to just say,
yeah,
okay, baby, I have some debt.
yeah,
We
yeah,
need to, let's work on this thing together so that we can just do it, get rid of it, and then get on the other side of it. But don't try to hide it and then try
right.
to deal with it on yourself and then take all these little payday loans to think you know what I mean? Just get yourself further and further and further
Yeah,
in it. And
yeah,
then the next thing you know, you guys have a
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand where you're at, and that's when you have to definitely be open to that, especially if it's if people, a lot of people have this shame in that, but there's no shame in that. You are where you
Should
are,
not be.
and if somebody knows more, has some information, you should take that information so that can implement it to your own life. And
Yeah.
then if you're getting together, you can implement in your own lives together as you grow it. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's how people do that. Oh, that's how rich people get along. That's how people, who get
Yeah.
along, get along financially. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
all those things we need to talk about, and just
Yeah.
having the information, find out people who know about money, get around these money people who know how to
Yeah.
deal with it, how to not just spend it, how do you keep it, how you grow it. Money has to move, they say.
Money has
Or,
to move.
you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Just like people, we have to do things, breathe. Your body, actually, as you get older, you have to move it. Your body wants to move in order to grow and kind of continue your good health. So you have to have
Right.
good health financially the same way, and
I
it's
love it.
just to know that
Yeah.
little bit, is really important. So,
And
yeah,
to,
yeah,
like you said, no shame and to grow. The
yeah,
thing is just take a deep breath, put on your big boy, big girl
yeah,
pants,
right.
tell
That's
the
right.
truth about your
Yeah,
situation
yes.
and humble yourself,
Humble yourself. Yeah,
because there's no shame.
no,
It is what it is. But
it is
if
what
this
it is.
is who you love then
Yeah.
you should be able to talk about everything,
That's
everything. And if they run, then that's not your person.
right. Yeah, you got to let it go. And if you let it go and they run, then you let it go. You
Let
let
it
them
go.
go. You let them go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay,
Absolutely.
so another thing,
Yeah.
we're dealing with, and we'd love for you guys to comment. We're talking about being equally yoked. You're in a relationship and people have different meanings about being equally yoked. And we covered finances. I mean, some women would say, look, if he's not making at least as much as I am, or preferably more, we're not equally yoked. But it doesn't always mean that. It
Right.
could mean spiritually.
Right. That's right. Absolutely. People are so literal sometimes. It's like life is life. You meet people where they're at. And the hardest thing to do sometimes is to accept somebody for where they're at in life. You say, oh, I
Yes.
accept you. But when it comes down to it, do you really? It's
You
hard
really.
to be unconditional with a stranger. Easy to do if you have kids. It's like, oh, I love you.
Mm,
You can go rob a bank. I
right.
love you. Yeah. You know,
I'll bail you out. Do
yeah,
what you
you know
do,
what I mean?
you. Yeah.
But it's hard to do with strangers because we always say, well, you should know better. Well, a person's
Yeah.
experience is their experience, and you know things, but it's like until you have that, you never know what protective barriers go up or what experience
Right.
that causes them to trigger something, and they don't have the same reaction as you. You know what I mean? So
Right.
again, allowing for some of that sensitivity and some of that, you just got to allow for some of that to come in, so
Yeah.
that you all are so the understanding, and that's where the communication comes in. Some people are very rigid like that. I've had, in my past, very rigid people,
Very.
and that doesn't work, and they end up learning some lessons and shooting their foot off all the time. But well, I'm like this, and I like that. They have all these rules and it's like that's cool,
Yeah.
but life really doesn't work like that. And you can do
Yeah.
that, do
Yeah.
that, but you're gonna have a really tough time relating to people. You know,
Yeah.
it's rough, and
That's so true. You
yeah,
can do that, but you're going to probably be doing that by
you're gonna pay
yourself,
for it.
baby.
And then like if
Yeah.
you if some people are cool with that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
well, I'm just gonna do me, but I guess you'll be doing you, and that's if that works. That's you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is,
But life is about people. That's the thing.
yeah.
Like you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like people say, "Well, I'm fine with not being around people." It's like, well, really, if you think about it, if no one was here, what do you do in your life? What's your purpose?
Mm,
I start to think deep on that. No one really
yeah.
thinks about that. So it's really
It's
interesting how,
good. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
No, I love that though, because you're so right. I mean, I've heard it said and I totally believe it. Like you said, you can do you, and that's fine. A lot of people are fine with the single life. I mean, Lord knows I've been single for a long time. I was dating, but
Yeah,
some people just enjoy their own company. And
yeah,
but
yeah,
but when you have someone that you care about in your life, that's the only way you can really grow, because you don't know the stuff that you're probably doing that isn't that good
yeah.
until somebody else is right there holding up a mirror.
Right. They're your mirror.
And
They are your
they're
mirror.
your mirror. And so it behooves you to just kind of take a deep breath
Yeah.
and be open and say, okay, now I don't really like too much criticism, but
Yeah,
the only
that's the
way
thing.
I can grow is to maybe take it in. And if
Nobody
you
likes
can,
to be told if it's not your mom and your daddy,
nobody.
and you don't even like that
Right.
happen. You know what I mean?
No, you don't. You're like, what? I'm not perfect. What do you
Yes,
mean?
yes, yes. I thought I was special, but we're like everybody.
Right.
Everybody's like everybody. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, everybody's special.
everybody's special, and everybody ain't special. You know what I mean? So it's we're not, but we are, but we're not. But you know what I mean? It's yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not ignoring you guys in your comments.
What's up, people?
Someone said someone said to ask you how you feel about or how you perceive your own voice.
Wow,
That's good,
that's a
right?
really good question. You know why?
Yeah.
I was just talking to my son, and I've just only recently I keep saying, I wish I knew what it means to other people. I wish I knew what I sound like because I don't. I only have my internal,
Amazing.
you know what I mean? I only have my internal voice and what I hear back. So I can't, sometimes I get pockets of it where I'm like, oh, that must be, and then it's gone. I can't, it's hard to stay in that. I can't even explain it to you. For me, I wish I knew what that was. I know that it
Hmm.
has people say it's distinctive, and like, what does that mean? How does, there's these qualities that it may sound like, when it first came out, to like, is that Stevie? Is it face? Is it, Sam Patterson? Is it
Hmm.
Raphael Sadiq? You know what I mean? All these
These are all
very
great
close,
singers. Yeah.
and amazing. Some of my friends, and but I don't quite know what that means, what it sounds like. So I don't know. That's a great question. I mean,
Hmm.
I get
I
pocket
love
change
that.
sometimes. I'm blessed enough to have something that I could. It's like my prayer, so it makes me
Hmm.
feel it's therapeutic. Anytime you're doing any kind of hum, you don't even have to sing. Just like that's when people are chanting, you're like at a certain note.
Hmm.
That's what that is.
Feel
I have
it in your
a lot of,
soul.
yeah, I have a lot of back and forth in the show, and it's basically like a prayer. It's like a chant of sorts. That's really what that
Hmm.
is. People hear
Beautiful.
themselves, and they're like, I'm like, hey, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm with
Yeah.
it. We're having a conversation, and it's special like that. People like to be involved, and it's a conversation. So, I don't know fully what that means. So I can't fully tell you. That's as best as I can answer that, if it makes
Hmm.
sense. I
Yeah,
hope that kind of
definitely.
the
Yeah,
audience.
I mean that's your truth. I love it. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
And okay, so someone else, you said Rasan. Definitely,
yeah,
you and Rasan definitely have vocal similarities.
mm,
A fan of both.
mm,
Unfortunately, their name didn't come up, but I think that's the artist Roger James. He's a painter and artist, brilliant.
right.
And
Okay.
yeah, I definitely the
Yeah.
soulfulness.
Mm,
Yet you both have your own unique voice, and
right.
I guess we're all a collection, especially as a singer,
Mhm.
collection of all the people who have influenced you, and yet through that you find your own voice.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's
Yeah,
and you just get there how you get there. You start out and
yeah,
it just morphs into whatever you're around, whatever you hear, you take in, and some people who you've never met, who have lived way before you, thousands of years. You may
yeah,
sound or look exactly like them. You're like, wow, how does that happen? You know,
yeah.
Yes, it's amazing. That's magic, and that's God's business, just working on all of us. You know what I mean?
It sure is.
Right.
And just just like an instrumentalist, as a vocalist, I mean, you work on your craft, you hone your skill,
Yeah,
and you get to the point where you don't have to think about it. It just kind of then you can just flow because you're an artist and it's all just coming through you.
that's why.
And
Yes, that's why we do it thousands and thousands of times. So when you're on stage or in the studio, you're actually not thinking about it. You are actually in the moment. Yeah,
yes, ooh, and Stokely, the dancing. It
yeah,
comes with it. I mean, you're singing and the way you move on stage, everybody's going to see it because you're coming to the DMV very soon.
yes, yes. That's right.
Oh
It's
my
the
goodness
second home. That's
gracious!
right. Yes. Oh,
Cannot wait. Oh, and the person who made that comment is Lamone, another amazing singer. Do you
all
know
right.
Lamone Andrews? He is the truth.
I don't know, but I believe it. I know you say it. I
Yeah.
believe it.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, he
Wow.
definitely is.
Well,
He's been
thank you,
on the show a
Lamone.
few times. Yeah, Lamone, definitely. So
Yeah,
all right, so let's talk
yeah,
about you and your music. So
yeah.
I know that with almost all of your songs, if not all of them, if you don't write it 100%, you're always involved in writing
Oh, for
the
sure.
songs,
Yeah.
right?
And it's, yeah, especially
So
thankful. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
so I was just going to ask you, could I play a little bit of this song Cafe
Yeah.
for those who haven't heard it? I just want them to groove a little bit and
Come on. Come on.
just hear it.
But when you hook me up with the gas, before I go, I gotta have it. You already know, and this is the way I see it. I need to pick me up, but when you hook me up with the gas, before I go, I gotta have it. You already know, and this is the way I see it.
What you get my energy from you. I'm pressed over you like a vanity search. I'm checking what you do, respect what you do. When I'm checking for you, then my sanity. Who gonna show me what you do when I'm not around? If you gonna, yeah, show 'em what you do when I'm not around. Trust is a myth, loyalty different. Know it's a woman that don't know the difference. Love is imperfect, love is commitment. It may break your heart, but it's not making distance. Cut with precision, ain't with the faking. Word to my aqua, my turkey is baking. Shoot on my shot, I'ma call you, then kiss you when she know the tea that for Lauren espresso. Bless her, can't you wake me up? Can I pass this cup? Put it down in LA and wake you up in New York like
Oh my God. You know what? It started in the middle because I was jamming before you came on the screen. I was like, hold on. I couldn't even stop it.
Yeah, it's a
It is
flow.
everything. Tell me all about this song.
It's just such a flow since the first. I mean, everything about it. Since the inception, I started the drum beat and the chords, whatnot. It just felt just creamy. I was like, oh, this is. So from the very beginning, there's some songs that do that, and it just kind of kept building and building. It's like something feels special. And sometimes you're like, it feels special, and there's nothing. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I started letting people hear it. They're like, this one's kind of special. It feels
Mhm.
it feels all right. You know what I mean? And that thread continued until here we are. You know what I mean? It's
Here
just
we are.
yeah,
Tell us
absolutely.
about your writing partners.
So this one, I did this with me and Shakespeare. So Tredessa and Siobhan. We did Vibrant together. We did what else we do together? We did Cascade together.
Okay.
Amazing young writers, and so what I've been trying to do is usher in some new talent where
Nice.
because I know what I can do. I know my voice and how I write, but just to interject some different energy to get different results, different, so with this song, it was them. And
Woo!
also with
Wale?
Wale, of course, is on there. Amazing. DC
Yeah.
native,
Yes.
Yes, my man. Absolutely. So we've done some work together in the previous years on his albums, and we just go back and forth, and he's an amazing, amazing uh, artist, just a
Yeah.
great poet. He's just
Yeah.
amazing. He's another alien. So yeah, we have
Yeah,
that.
as are you,
Yeah.
Stokely. I mean, you have the great gift of being able to really excel with a ballad as well as an up tempo.
Yeah.
And so nobody can put you in
Good.
in one box.
Well, thank you. That's a compliment for any artist to not be in any
Yeah.
box. You know what I mean? So that's
Yes.
boxes are a bad word for us. You know what I mean? We understand,
Yes.
but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I
we like
do.
to move and shake, and sometimes we have that fight with our audience. It's like, well, why do you got to keep me there? It's like
Yeah.
this is a moment. Just like you didn't feel
Yeah.
the way the way you feel now is you didn't feel. It's like 10 years ago. It's just two different people. You know what I mean? So
That's right.
yeah,
Exactly.
so yeah, it's I like to try to hop genres, and that's how I grew up. That's how I was trained. So I love that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Stokely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I am so proud of you
So,
just continually.
thank you.
And, I mean, I've been a fan of yours since the beginning.
Likewise, likewise.
Oh, thank
Seeing
you.
you,
I mean,
watching
but
you, it's just been like, wow.
thank you.
First
This
time I
is
was like,
it.
wow, that's the Angela Scribbling. That's like her.
I'm like, this is the Stokely is going to be on my show. We're like, this is a mutual fan
I
out
love it.
moment.
I
I
love it.
mean,
Yes,
and of
yes,
course, Mint Condition, you guys,
yes.
everybody loves Mint Condition. And I know the last time
Fellas, yeah,
I talked to you, you're like, you're always going to be Mint Condition, but
absolutely. Yes,
you're doing your own thing as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
But do
Yeah.
you find that people are constantly trying to get you guys to do things together again, or what?
Yeah, that's only natural. The people want their pill, however, but wherever they
Right.
you know what I mean, where they're good feel, whatever that is, of course, because I like that with other groups that I love. That's natural, of course, to want that wherever they discovered you, they want to feel
That's
that,
right.
see that, and experience that again and over again. We're like kids again. I want to ride the ride
Right.
again.
That's right.
And,
One more
and I love that.
time.
I mean, such a great legacy. I'm so proud of that. I'm proud of all of us, and looking at how the kids are discovering, all our music again over it. It's like, wow, this is amazing. I was like, we asked for a long, career. It's given us like tenfold. I mean, to have a group that have hits in every decade is pretty hard to
Yes.
do. It's
Yeah.
hard to do, and to stick like that is just pretty. We're really proud of that, and it's just it shows. And I
Yeah.
think that just is, the we just had that dream a long time ago, and this is the dream that keeps giving. We have branches off the tree. I'm a branch off the mint condition
Mhm.
university, and all the other things that everybody else is doing. So
Yeah.
it's I'm really proud. I'm just of course I'm a co-founder, so that's just something that I'm just will always be proud of. Absolutely.
beautiful. I
Yeah,
like how you put that too. A
absolutely.
branch off of the mint condition university, if
Right.
you will. You know that's right. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Thank you for
Yeah.
spending time with us.
Thank you, as always. Always. It won't be the
Oh,
last. Thank you so much.
oh no, you're
Yeah.
always invited
Yeah.
back.
Yes.
And tell us about your show. I don't have the details. I know you're coming up this weekend. You're
Yes.
coming up soon
Yeah.
to the DMV. So, how can
Yes.
people find information? I guess they can just follow you on social media.
Yes. You can go to istokely.com. That's istokleui.com and go look at my show dates. And if you're looking at getting updates or whatever, you can go on Instagram that's or Facebook or Twitter. That's Stokely Official.
Yep,
And
I just started following you.
yeah, all right. Yeah, you get some goodies there. So I'm always going live here and there, and just letting people know what I'm doing, and they can see where I've been and what's next and that kind of thing. So I've got some goodies
Nice.
on there for sale too, and we're gonna update some of the website as far as hats and all these different things. Wearing a lot
Oh, is
hoodies.
that one of yours?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that is
Yes. Yeah,
nice.
so that's my logo, whatnot. It's kind of got like the Sankofa meaning, as if you can see the little bird and that kind of thing. So this is
Oh,
I'm
that's
taking this
beautiful.
on as it's kind of like a mirror of myself, just showing myself to back S's. It's interesting. So
Oh,
my
I
own
see
little
it now that you're explaining it. Yeah.
yes. In
So
this
it's kind of a mirror.
absolutely kind of a mirror of that. And this part of the S is kind of a Egyptian S that I just going back in time, just researching all these things, and I just decided to go along things that really mean something to me. So got stuff
Yeah.
on there on istokely.com, hats and all kinds of stuff. It's coffee
Hats like
mug,
that?
and not like this, but I'm talking to a guy now about, because since I love hats for a long time, so we're trying to work out a situation where I can have my own line kind of thing. So
Very smart. You know, we were talking about money matters earlier, and why not? Why not figure out your brand
that's
and do that?
diversification and try to have different revenue streams, and why not? We're here.
I love it. Yeah. Okay, one more time, your website and your
It's
social media.
istokely.com. That's istokleY.com, and my socials are Stokely Official, Twitter, Instagram,
Woo!
and IG, Twitter, and Facebook. Yeah.
Stokely Official.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for hanging out on Pillow Talk with Angela. Of course, you all can follow us at Angela Stribbling on
Yes.
all platforms. And this is going to live here on social media forever. So if your
Beautiful.
friends missed it, send
Yeah.
them right back. And the conversation is going to be played on Pillow Talk with Angela this Sunday on your favorite station. They keep making us the #1 station in the DMV, and we are happy about it. 96.3 WHUR will be on right after the original Quiet Storm on Sunday night. Stokely, thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
proud of you.
Proud of you.
Congratulations
And
again.
congratulations.
Yes. Oh, that was beautiful. I have my own song. Bye, Stokely.
Yes.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Thank you, love. Have
You
a good
very-
one. See you again
you
soon.
Absolutely. All right. Have a good one. All right.
Bye. Wow, that was Stokely right here on Pillow Talk with Angela. I am all smiles. This has just been so wonderful. Thank you all who took the time to comment. That's how we know you're here. You are definitely a part of the conversation. And this is going to live right here on social media. So if your friends missed it, don't forget, tell them to subscribe to Angela Stribbling on YouTube and follow me on all social media at Angela Stribbling. Love you so much. Have a great night. Bye.